Assalamualaikum everybody, welcome to Yuka Speaks. My name is Yuka Tasnim. In Surah Baqarah, ayat number 219, Allah Rabbul Alamin talks about alcohol and gambling and how evil they are. He also goes on to talk about donation or doing charity and how amazing they are. So the ayat goes like this. They ask you, O Prophet, about intoxicants and gambling. Say, there is great evil in both, as well as some benefit for people, but the evil outweighs the benefit. They also ask you, O Prophet, what they should donate. Say, whatever you can spare. This is how Allah makes His revelations clear to you, believers. So perhaps you may reflect. Now, if you study the early history of Makkah and Medina, you would say that people love to gamble and people love their alcohol to the point that if they could like brush their teeth with alcohol, they would. None of their gatherings and none of their house parties would like, how should I put it, would, they would have that much fun if there was no alcohol. Let's say people do not like to visit you because you're not a very good host. You do not serve good food. That's how it used to be. Like, if people knew that, okay, if you go to this person, they would not serve alcohol, they would not go to that place. Because when they're like partying, when they're hanging out with their friends or their relatives, or when they're having guests at their home, alcohol has to be there. Like, the party or their gatherings or their hangout is incomplete with alcohol. So a society without alcohol, a party or gathering without alcohol, was unimaginable to them, because that is how much they were used to. So Allah Rabbul Alamin, there are few ayats He revealed in Quran where Allah Rabbul Alamin did not make alcohol haram at the first go. Like, He gradually made it haram because He knew how much these people loved alcohol. So if He immediately or abruptly made it haram, it would have been difficult for the Sahabas and for the believers. So Allah Rabbul Alamin took time with them and He was very patient with them. So if I see this ayat, Allah Rabbul Alamin is discouraging these two habits that people had back in those times. Like, stay away from these two habits. These are not good for you and there's great evil for you. And at the last part, Allah Rabbul Alamin is talking about donation. How should we donate? Like, whatever expenses we have to carry out for our basic necessity, and whatever we are left with, that is what we need to give away to other people, to poor people or people with financial difficulties. So the way I see this ayat, Allah Rabbul Alamin is discouraging two bad habits and He's encouraging one good habit amongst people, amongst society, so that the bad is less and the good is more. So, and the way He does it is so amazing, because first of all, He's not being too harsh on them because they consume alcohol. He's just on their understanding level. Like, Allah Rabbul Alamin is understanding them that it would be impossible for these humans to live off alcohol all at one go. So He's discouraging them gradually and slowly, and that is how we should treat others. Like, for example, our children, our friends, our cousins, our relatives. If they have a bad habit, we need to be very careful with them. We need to be very patient with them, and gradually we need to discourage them. Like, look, this is not good for you, so it would be better for you if you stay away from it, and this is good for you. So instead of two bad habits, you can grow one good habit within them. This is amazing. This is like literally social science, how you can improve a society. Wow, amazing. So there's this hadith in Tirmidhi narrated by Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, where he says that our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam cursed these 10 people. These 10 people are somehow related or involved with wine industry or alcohol industry. And if you think like, okay, I do not drink wine, I do not bring wine home, so what's the problem? Okay, now let's see what's the problem. Let's see who these 10 people are. Okay, the first person is a person who extracts wine. a person who manufactures wine, a person who drinks wine, a person who makes other people drink wine, a person who imports or exports wine, a customer who buys wine, a seller who sells wine, a person who is a distributor of wine, an investor who invests in alcohol industry, a person or business for whom wine is curated. So it is not as straightforward you would think, like, okay, I do not drink wine, I do not buy wine for other people, but let's say you invest in alcohol industry, you invest in some wine brand or alcohol brand. So yes, that's not allowed, that's haram. In fact, that's cursed. Now you may think that, okay, I don't drink wine, I do not invest in wine in alcohol industry, and but you distribute wine. Yes, you fall into that category. You may think that, okay, I don't drink wine, but I can treat other people wine or alcohol. So what's wrong in that? Again, you are in this list, and Allah, our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam cursed these people. So yeah, I mean, wine, consuming alcohol has been discouraged from all angles. Not only discouraged, not only it's haram, it is cursed by Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Like, these people are cursed. Now you and I, we have to think, do we want to be cursed by our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? Because if you're cursed by Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you're also cursed by Allah Rabbul Alameen. Do you really want to be cursed, or do we really want to be cursed by these two aspects of our lives? Because how do we live without our Creator? How do we go on without our Creator? And how do we go on without that person who gave us Sunnah? Because Sunnah is the art of life, and if we go against it, what kind of a life that would be? So yeah, I think this is something we really need to think about. I hope my videos make you think. I hope my videos can at least, encourage one good habit or discourage bad habits, the way Allah Rabbul Alameen has done in Quran. And if that comes into reality, then my intention or the reason why I make these videos will be fruitful. And yeah, inshallah, alhamdulillah, I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.